This is Roy Hayes, the Hat Man, again with a piece I wrote back in 2016. Uh, Women will understand it probably right away. Men, it's actually addressed to the fellas. It's entitled The Book. Fellas, you may or may not know about the book. I will venture to say that all women, after a certain number of years and experiences, know about the book. It's been said that men, not all but most, are predictable. It's an almost universal belief that if a man is going to be good at anything, it needs to be a woman in his life. Why? Because it's not in a man's genes to nurture. He's not programmed to give or share. These are learned characteristics, and a man learns them from his mom, his girlfriend, or his wife. You see, in the beginning, there may have been a cave. Women and children spend much of their time in or near this cave. The proximity of such close surroundings made sharing a necessary attribute if the time spent together was to be productive and peaceful. Outside the cave, men roamed and hunted. They had a leader, and rank spilled down to the last man of the group, who was usually the smallest or the weakest. Women took what the men brought back from the hunt and they cooked it. They then shared or gave what they cooked with all that were present. Now, there are two stories as to who ate first. Women say the children were fed first, and then the men, beginning with the leader. The men said that they ate first. Now, think about it. Who would the women feed first? The children, right? If a man did not understand why he ate last, a woman would say to him, "It's in the book." So, what is in this book? Well, it's a collection of tried and true methods handed down from a God to women to ensure that there is a method to all the madness in the world that men create. The reason why God gave the book to women is because the heavens knew that peace, sharing, nurturing, and ability to listen, not just hear, but really listen, were the genes that were necessary for the survival of the species. Women are born with these genes. Sandra, aka Boo, asked me to water the plants in the front and backyard of the house one day. Well, I hadn't done this before, and I told her that this was not in the contract. She asked me if I had read the whole contract. When I said no, she told me it was on page 78. Turns out the contract is kind of like the book. Now, fellas, you know that we didn't read the whole contract. It's also known as the book. But all women read it. In fact, they all sooner or later get a copy. You see, it's not just for married folks. It's for all men and women who want to get along, and women have the only copies. I asked her to let me see page 78, the page that stated that I was responsible for watering plants, and she told me that men weren't allowed to read the book. I told her that that didn't seem fair. She said it was not about fair. It was about what works, and women know what works better than men do. Wow. I didn't believe her at first, but as time has gone by, most of what she does and has me do works. Now, I just didn't ask her about page 78. Over the years, I've asked her about lots of different pages that contains the rules when I agreed to and said I do. I've asked other women over the years if they know about the book, and without hesitation, they all answered, sure. I didn't even have to say what book I was talking about. They all looked me dead in my eyes and nodded, yes, I do. Fellas, if a woman truly loves you, she's only going to tell you stuff that will help you be a better brother, boyfriend, husband, and father. She can't, because of what's written in the book, tell you anything but. Now, here's the funny part. If you listen to your sister, your girlfriend, and your wife, you will do all the things that will make the world a better place to live in for everyone and everything. There will be no hunger, and there will be no wars. You know why? Because women will see to it that everyone eats, and that war is not the solution. Peace is. So you go ahead, ask your woman if there's a book. If you look over at her right now, she's grinning. She's grinning because it's finally been said out loud. All women have a reference. And you know what it's called? It's called the book. You go ahead and you ask her. But don't be surprised by her answer. I signed it. A true believer. Roy A. Hayes. Share this with the men and the women in your life. See what they say. Until next time, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Enjoy the rest of the day, or should I say moments. Peace out.